Well, good Wednesday morning inspiration for today, family. Thank you for tuning in. Those last 7 days, I hope you were with me talking about end times. And those are major events, were they not? And then this week we talked about how we should even react to those or look forward to them, look forward to the return of Jesus. Those were very important facts that the Bible teaches us. So I hope you got them and thought them through. They are coming. And I asked myself, what should we talk about the next 3 days? Because usually I like to do 5 shows on a topic, but we only have 3 more days. And then I realized, or remembered is a better word, I remembered just an awesome sermon I heard a few weeks ago from Pastor Andy Wood at Saddleback. It helped me so much and just encouraged my friends that I wanted to share the points, some of the main points, not all of them, with you. If you want to see the whole sermon, you can go to saddleback.com, and it's the sermon on February 17th and 18th. And so it'd be worth your time. But I'm wanted to share the main points that really encouraged me. And it's on the topic of pain. And is actually talking about getting through, persevering through pain. And now pain is a word that has a lot of different meanings, and there's lots of different kinds. There's emotional and physical and financial, and on it goes. Types of pain or heartache or problems, you could even say it. It doesn't have to be physical pain. But the way that a person reacts to hardships in their life, or if you prefer the word pain in their life, it is so important in terms of how you are living your Christian life, your life with God. And I've seen this. I don't know if you're going to take notes on this or not, but if you are, this would be my first point, that your perspective on pain, how you see it, either propels you along in your faith or it prevents you from growing in your faith. It's like a roadblock. And in my many years of ministry, I have met people, many people, in both of those camps. Something has happened in their life and it prevents them from growing any more. They so focus on it. Why would God allow this to happen to me? They say. And if he would clear this up or answer this prayer, then I would continue my walk with him. Bitterness sets in. Resentment toward God, of all people. The one who knows pain himself in the worst way. He's the one who went to the cross, endured all kinds of pain. Why? Not for his benefit, but for yours. And when we understand these things about our own self, it helps us. And so there's other people that when bad things happen or pain comes along or hardships, they ask themselves, well, what is God trying to teach me? Or how is he going to use this for the good of others? That's a type of attitude, you see. See the difference in attitude? That if you can have an attitude that God has a reason for that pain, then it helps you to grow. And that's so that's just a basic fact. So we want, therefore, to cultivate an attitude that helps us to grow, helps us to propel us forward in our faith. So Andy had several points. This was the first one that would help us to have an attitude like that would help us grow in our faith. That's what we want, not one of bitterness, okay? That's where we're aiming for the next couple days. The first thing that he mentioned, we need to recognize that all our trials, no matter how bad they are temporary. They're short-lived. They don't last forever. And I understand that some of my friends have chronic pain that seems to never end, that goes on and on. And I'm not just talking physical, I'm talking emotional. It can be a child, a grown child. It just doesn't seem to have any answer. You know, it can be anything. It can be anything. But it's short-lived. You know why I know? Because all of life is short. If it lasts my whole life, it's still a whisper in time compared to eternity. Here's how Peter phrased it. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 6. Our verse for the day, you could say. So be truly glad when trials come, he says. There is a wonderful joy, J-O-Y, ahead, even though you must endure many trials for a little while. You see, Peter was writing at a time that Christians were being persecuted for their faith. And there was no sign that that persecution was going to let up anytime soon. And guess what? It did not. And so they were having, as he says, many trials. It was hard just to live, to do business, or to carry on life. Nero was on a rampage of persecuting Christians, as much as burning them. The story goes that he was burning them in Rome as lamplights on the streets. I don't know if that's true. My guess is it happened sometimes. I just can't believe the horror of it happening all the time, but people stayed firm to their faith. But listen to that verse. There is a wonderful joy ahead. What's that joy? What do you think he was referring to? You know it, don't you? He was referring to heaven. The Bible tells us our citizenship is in heaven, not here on earth. And so that is a wonderful joy. Pain will be healed. Our bodies will be healed. If it's a physical pain, it will be healed. No more pain, no more suffering in heaven. A wonderful joy. But we do need to endure it. We do need to go through it for a little while. For a little while. I know it seems like some things just don't end. But recognizing that's the first step in having an attitude that's moving us forward in our faith. Wow, is God using this? What's the benefit? How? I don't see it, Lord, but in faith, I understand it, that Romans 8:28 says, you use all things together for good, for those who love you, Lord. And I pray that's you and I. I pray it is. These are temporary ills that we have. Give it to God. Don't have a root of bitterness in your life. Don't stay bitter over it. It's short. It's short. Hey, God bless. You're going to love each of these points. They're so important in our lives. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, come to the Father through Jesus the Son, and give